Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to our webinar titled Unlocking New Levels of Productivity, Microsoft 365 Copilot on Teams. My name is Ashley, the Marketing Analyst at Novantic Malaysia, and I'll be your host for today's session. So we have prepared a very insightful discussion on Microsoft Copilot on Teams that we can't wait to share with all of you. But first, allow me to cite some quick housekeeping notes for today's session. So firstly, you are encouraged to join in on a listen-only mode during the presentation. However, you can always unmute yourself if you want to raise your questions to our speakers today. Besides that, you can also raise your questions during the allocated Q&A session or through the chat widget here that is available here on Teams. So I encourage all of you to actively participate, ask any questions, and engage with our speakers. Also, you can also tell us how we did in the feedback form, where we'll be sharing a QR code with you later. And lastly, kindly note that this session will be recorded in order to offer to all of you after our webinar session. Okay, let's move on to our agenda for the day. So first off, on our agenda, we will hear from Sharon Sharom, our Senior Account Manager, who will be providing an overview of Novantic, our company values, and the innovative solutions that we can offer to businesses like yours. Following that, we will have the main topic, which is from Ayuni Syed, our Microsoft Modern Work Specialist, who will delve into the capabilities of Copilot on Teams. And after Ayuni, Shara will be presenting our wonderful offerings. And towards the end of our session, we will open the floor for a Q&A session. And this will be an opportunity to ask any questions you might have about the topics discussed or any related queries that you may have. And now I'll be passing the floor to Sharo to introduce Novantic.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. Thank you very much. Good morning, webinar attendees. Thank you for joining our webinar on regards of unlocking new levels of productivity, Microsoft 365 Copilot in Teams. Okay, I'm Sharul Sharum. I'm the Senior Account Manager at Novantic Solutions Neighborhood. I may service some of your accounts and the future accounts. As you can know, Novantic is a IT solution integrator. We drive digital transformation in high growth emerging markets, locally and globally. As you can see, as per our tagline, we do leverage global expertise, but in terms of deliverables, is using our local outcomes. Next. As you can see, our webinar attendees, as you can see as a glance, Novantic is a global company. We are operating more than in 60 countries global in Asia, Latin America, Europe, and also Eastern Europe. In terms of our focus area, as you can see there, we focus on data and AI, future workplace, modern infrastructure, cybersecurity, and also modern customization app. We do leverage in terms of our world-class team. Our manpower already reached 6,400 workforce. We do operate 24/7 in terms of our deliverables and also our technical support. In terms of our technology partners, as you can see there, we not just focus on Microsoft, but also we have added a few more principles as part of our offerings, such as AWS, Google, Oracle, Adobe, and also a few cybersecurity, especially on CrowdStrike and also Cloudflare. Okay, next. In terms of our digital transformation areas, in terms of if we deep dive in terms of our vendors and also our customers, as you can see, we do already reach 80,000 specific customers, and also in terms of leveraging in terms of our expertise and also our skill set. As you can see there, we focus on cloud, software, hardware, and also services. In terms of principle, we already reach more than 100 different type of vendors in terms of focus areas, especially in the cloud, data and AI, future workplace, and also cybersecurity. Okay, next. In terms of Microsoft focus area, as you can see there, we have 3 pillars to focus on as part of our differentiator from all other LSP or vendors that you approach on. Especially we focus on Azure, security, and also modern work business application. In terms of our credentials, I think if you can see that we are focused on infrastructure Azure, data and AI, security, modern work, business application, and also digital application as part of our deliverables towards numerous customers in the market. Globally, we are one of the several Microsoft Global Managed Partners in the world. And also in terms of our credentials, we are already more than 600 plus certified personnel. In terms of licensing practices, as you can see there, we are more than 36 countries certified for more than 8 years. Partner awards, as you can see there, we are more already reached a few partner awards from 2021 until 2024. And also we are certified in numerous countries, as you can see there. Okay, next. Okay, webinar attendees and customers, if you have any inquiries, do reach out to us. Please do scan the QR code and also do reach us to either email or through chat so that we can reach out to you for any inquiries or any requirements. Thank you very much. Okay, back to you, Ms. Ayuni. Proceed.
All right, thank you, Shahrul, for a very insightful introduction about Noventic. So let me carry on with the slides presentations. Let me take control from Ashley. All right, thanks. Okay, so before I start, right, because of next one of the workshops that we always do like every month, the content might be similar, the content might be different, right? So it's based on our participants. Okay, so let me start on that, right? So how we can unlocking a new level of productivity with Microsoft 365 Copilot in Teams. So for today, I will touch a little bit on security part, a little bit on from a business premium, and then I will do a demonstration on Copilot in Teams, right? But before that, let me do some short of introduction that how is the fundamentals of priorities, how we can shaping the AI transformations. So I believe some of you already see this, some of the information from Microsoft already, right? How we can faster business growth and improve the customer experience, increase the revenue, reduce the cost with the AI transformations, how we can have the optimize the workflows and the business processes, the cost savings, operational efficiencies from the AI transformations, right? And also how we can boost our productivity and improve employee experience based on the revenue for FTE, time on to on, right? And also employee retention rate. So firstly, we focus more on the boost productivity and also improve the employee experience, right? Where I will share in the middle of the sessions, right? So from this one, right, AI is already come to work. Okay, so 75% of people already use AI, well, but not standardized within the inside organizations. Like for example, they're using like a lot. For example, like ChatGPT or Google Chrome AI, right? So those are some of it that are already using or another AI tools, right? And 78% of AI users bring their own AI tools to work, like the one that I mentioned just now, right? And 52% of AI users are reluctant to admit using it for their most important tasks. For example, you need to create a very long email referring to this kind of documents, right? So you take those documents you upload it to the AI tools, and then they give you some summaries on how to write an email based on the documents. So basically, that is the important task that have been done during the task, right? So this is where um how we use AI tools in work happen, right? Of course, with Copilot have more than that. So employee uses are high, but leadership is still lagging. So currently, leadership are still considering, okay, either we need to go to AI, either AI is safe, either AI is okay or not. So that's why we as a partners, we are Noventic, trying to help you to enable you guys on how we can move forward on this. Sorry. But before that, let me pull back a little bit on before I go straight to the AI, because of some of it related to see that, okay, basically the security matter is most important things in here, right? So from the security perspective, sorry. So from the security perspective, so we have a lot of the security that we need to consider, right? So from here that mentioned that 64% of SMB buyers prefer on integrated suite of solutions, which is all in one solutions. 45 decision makers saying that their business has experienced increased costs in last years. 82% of ransomware attacks target a small business. So the small businesses here, right, are being targeted to the ransomware. So that's why I take back during the COVID, during the pandemic seasons, right? They are taking all the small industries, all the small businesses, right? Uh, to again because of the lack of security. So that's why before we can enhance all the AI thingies, right? So we need to know we need to make sure that um our security is already strong enough, right? So let's go for this one first. So how we can have a practical scenario with Microsoft 365 Business Premium, right? Let me see who is the audience. Maybe I could know some of it. All right. So maybe some of you guys already use enterprise license, I believe, right? But with enterprise license like M365 E3, M365 E5 or EMS, it also can be achievable with the one that I will explain shortly, right? So the practical scenarios on this one with the Microsoft 365 Business Premium, how we can have a legacy communication tools changing to the one that collaborate in real time. I believe everyone that have MA3, MA5, or even though OE3 or OE5 have these things already. But I would like to emphasize this with Microsoft uh, teams and loops so everyone can see all the screen in the same time, how we can have a real-time collaboration and co-authoring, vision controlling, and also project management within in one page as well. So another challenging is to avoid the phishing attacks. For example, the attackers send a phishing attacks to the employees, and then the employees like blindly send the information to the attackers, right? So the attackers have the credential. So they use the user's credential to access the company's sensitive data, right? So this is happened to 1/4 of SMB experience in the security breach. So with this solution is how business premium or defenders for Office 365 uh, intercept the attackers, right? So they can scan every attachment with the safe attachment in the security sandbox. Time of click URL filtering with the safe link and also anti-spoofing features is also enabled when you have Defender for Office 365, right? And then how we can have the next challenge will be accidental data loss or data breach, right? So the employee access the sensitive company file and then download to the personal USB, right? So as a result, when the employee leave the company, the employee still have the USB with the sensitive data, right? So still can access the sensitive company data. So what the solutions that we have here is how we can safeguard the sensitivity data with Microsoft Purview labeling and information protection, where you can label the sensitive information, for example, highly confidential or confidential, that can be used only internally or cannot be sent out outside of the organization. So those can be considered as well, right? So from here, This will automatically inherit and honor sensitivity levels and also verifies the permissions before decrypt the file for her. For example, if let's say they want to download the file, this will download with the sensitivity as well. So even though it's downloaded to the personal USB, so the sensitivity level is still there and the data is still encrypted, right? So this is one important thing that I want to highlight here. And then the challenges, like for example, right? So you have a personal application in phones, you have work applications in phone as well, of course, right? So uh when the user is trying to save the sensitive data, they can simply save into the one uh, Dropbox here. So you can save to the Dropbox from Outlook to Dropbox. But with Microsoft Intune, right? Whatever attachment, whatever information here can only be saved in OneDrive, which is only for the work environment, right? So it cannot be saved to the personal applications. So this can control more on app protections, right? So and also data loss prevention as well, right? So with that, okay, so that is some of the example that I shared to you on this scenario on how or what they can have a copilot or how we can relate a copilot with the current environment, because whatever the copilot have is already inherent the policies, the security policies inside. So let me start with my presentation of copilots, right? So if let's say some of you already have Copilot, I believe some of the organization here already have Copilots, right? So Copilot for Android stuff is the AI assistant that you can trust because of your data is your data. Your data is not used to train or enrich the foundation of AI models. Your data and AI models are protected at every steps because of now Microsoft already defend you with our customers copyright commitment, right? So you can click this here on customer copyright commitment, and then you can see the block of it that mentioning, right? So with Copilot for M365, is already have everything here, right? Copilot chat with a web knowledge, Copilot chat with company data, Microsoft 365 applications, and Copilot Studios, right? So Copilot chat with web knowledge, everyone already have it, even though you have Copilot or not. It's already included with your Microsoft 365 subscription, right? Copilot chat with company data. So this one I will do the demo soon, very soon, right? And then integrated with Microsoft 365 applications, and can apply the Copilot Studio, which is a chatbot, right? So these all Copilots have an enterprise grade security, privacy, and compliance that already integrated with all the Microsoft 365 applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and also Loop Component, right? And then from these, right? So because Copilot is your everyday AI assistant network, right? With the LLM, large language model, with the web grounding, commercial data protections, and internet. So this one is already available in your organizations, even though you don't have Copilot for Android 5 paid uh, paid license, right? So this one is already included in your license, right? And then Microsoft Graph grounding and M365 applications. Okay, so the one that I'm mentioning is Copilot with the company chat data, right? And also enterprise grade data protections. So whatever policies, security policies, compliance, whatever policies that you have is will inherit all to apply to Microsoft 365 Copilot, and also customizable of Copilot Studios, right? So Copilot for M365 is designed for needs of the enterprise, right? So it's grounded in your business data. So for Copilot for Entry to have real-time access to both of your content and contents, right, with the comprehensive security compliance privacies that Copilot inherits all the policies that's set up in Microsoft 365, even though it's set up in your Defender for Office, Defender for 365, Intune, DLPs, Microsoft Purview, it's integrates everything, and also architected to protect data. So your data doesn't leave the compliance boundary, because of once you have set the policies, it will uh, it will stay inside your tenancy. It's not go out of your tenancy, and of course isn't used to train the foundation of the model, right? So in here, right, it's also integrated into the apps that you use every day, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlooks, Teams, and more, right? And also the individual users and admin always in control of course. As a users, you can decide what to use, what to modify, and what to discard, right? And design to integrate with the new skills, because of Copilot will learn about the processes. So Copilot will learn everything on your chat, especially from your grounding, right? So it will learn everything from your chat, from your email, from your conversations with other persons in your Teams chat, from your documents. So it learns from everything. The more you use, the faster it learns, right? So you need to train Copilot to make sure that it's prompt, uh, not to make sure that the prompt is correct, and also to make sure that the Copilot gives you the answers correctly. I won't say correctly, I would say accurately, right? So you need to train Copilot on that way, right? So this is the Microsoft Copilot for M365 architectures, right? So how we can have, so this is all the Microsoft 365 service boundaries, starting from a Copilot itself and also graph grounding, right? So when users prompt send to the Copilot, right? So Copilot will access the graph, okay, or the web, if let's say you enable the web search, right, and other services for grounding, like for example here maybe plugging up Bings or database and Power Platform services, right? So Microsoft Graph, I will say is the contact contents from the emails, files, meetings, chats, calendars, and contacts, right? So those are Microsoft Graph. So Microsoft Graph is customer Microsoft 365 environment, right? And then Copilot back send a modified prompt to the LLM, right? So send back with the all information to the LLM, right? So Copilot will receive the LLM response, large language model, and then it's sent back to the users. But before that, Copilot will access as a graph for compliance and purview, whatever that have been configured on the policies. So it will send back to verify back what is the information that can be sent, what is the information that cannot be sent, right? So those are the things. Okay? Right. So this is the one that I also mentioned just now. Microsoft is built on trust. So your data is your data. Your data is not used to train or enrich the foundation AI model. Your data in AI models are protected at every step. So please see our customer copyright commitment here. Okay, I think the one that I also mentioned to you just now. So you can click the announcements of customer Copilot copyright coming for customers, right? Microsoft on issues. So with this, right, the tools for responsible AI approach. So with Copilot, have a fairness of it, assess a fairness, and mitigate the fairness issues. To build model vibrant explainability to make sure that all of it have the model predictions the modes, right? Counterfactuals of it, if let's say have a different model of predictions, causal analysis that estimate the effect of a real world outcomes with the error of analysis that make sure that the analysis is correct, right? Versus a responsible AI scorecard. So give the PDF summary of your responsible AI to and non-technical. So this one can be received from your dashboard in your admin center. Okay, so before I go to the straight away to the demo, right, I would like to share a little bit on this one, on how Copilot for Entrance Fact that inherits your security compliance and privacy policies, right? So from here, how you can manage the overprivileged and risky users, right? From the Entra ID, mitigate the device risk in Microsoft Intune, prevent an overexposure of the data, and also discover the content, the control of use of AI data and defend it for cloud apps, right? So. So from here, how the security and compliance control for the Copilot for M365, right? So from the users and the devices perspective, so number one, how can we manage overprivileged and risky users? So with identity and access management in Entra ID, so all of the um, settings, like for example, conditional cells or etc. So that have been identified in Entra ID, and also mitigate the device risk with the endpoint management. So for example, um, the device has been configured with Microsoft Intune, right? So within Tunes, it will block whatever that cannot be accessed to the or is produce risk to the organizations, right? So it will control all the company information's data, right? So and then your organization data, so all the prevent overexposure of the data with information protections with purview IP, right? So for example, like the files, etc., and then the attachment and then the email, right? So all the policies have been configured to here, that to make sure that whatever that users asking from Microsoft 365 applications using a Copilot is correlated to here and here, which is from the organization data and as well as from the user and devices. And then with overall of Defender for cloud applications that have control of all the applications that have been used by users itself, right? So this will be in short of security and compliance control for Copilot for M365. So I will go in to the demo sections, right? So basically, how we can put Copilot to work, right? So Copilot for M365 have this kind of all of this component like unleash of creativities, unlock a productivity supplementary skill, unleash the creativity is to harness a Copilot's power so you can never start from scratch. Unlock the productivities. So you let a Copilot summarize the actions for you and optimize your times and Copilot outlooks, Copilot in Teams meeting. Be better at whatever you could and master what you yet to learn. So so for today, I will focus more on these two, right? Unlock our productivities and up-level the skill because of our topic also is unlocking productivities in co-piloting teams, right? So I will focus more on the teams rather than others, right? So let's start with the unlock productivity in co-piloting Outlook and Teams, right? So so Copilot works with you in cleaning your inbox messages. For example, you can ask Copilot to summarize the email that I missed while I was out, or flag important items, or draft a response thanking them and asking for more details. Shorten this draft and make it professional too. Or you want to invite everyone to a lunch and learn about new product next Thursday morning. right? So before that, right? So this is all Copilot in Outlooks help you to clear your inbox in minutes, not in hours or days, right? So let me straight away go to the demo that I have here. Okay, let me share my screen. If you have any question, just drop the questions to the chat box and then I will address later. Right. Okay. So if you see here, right? So I have some of the example in my outlooks. Right? So from my outlooks, basically I already have the Copilot button here, right? You see the Copilot icon, and here. Okay, let me close. All right. So with this, right, I can ask anything about how is my schedule. So he also have some of the prompts that can ask. Okay, so you can get for example when's my next meeting with the person, or prep for the meetings, understand a main point. So I can just click it and then generate it. For example, list the ideas for the fun remote teams building event, for example. So I just can click, and then this is things that I can see. Wait, hold on. Okay, there's send it, right? So it will generate some of the ideas here, and even do from here, right? Plugins. So you can enable or disable the web content. If let's say you disable the plugins of the web content, then it will search inside your tenant rather than search through the web. Okay. So this is some of the example, or you can search relatable um to your work. For example, like this one, how is my schedule today, right? So this is the one that is answered, right? So and also it also complete with the reference, I would say, right? Complete with the reference. You can click on it and then it will show. All right. For example, you can click on it and then ask about it. Right. So basically on here you can always ask Copilot, and then what is the new things and Copilot is edit in pages. So whatever you ask, you can edit in pages, which is it will save to your loop component. And then from here you can also share to someone else, which is how to can pitch a link or copy the components. Right. So that you can do an Outlook as well. So let me go back to the one uh to the inbox just now, right? So I have several emails here that I need to reply. Like for example, on this one, okay. Even though from here I can just click a reply. I just always click reply all. Then I click a Copilot, traffic Copilot, right? And then I prompted reply with comment on finance report to Chris. Can improve the revenue. Okay. And that is to create a draft of the emails, right? And then make sure that you review it first, right? Thank you for sharing. It's taking some time to review. And I have a few thoughts and etc. Right. So I can edit the prompt if either I like click anything that you like to change or make it longer, make it shorter, make it more formal, more direct, more casual, make it poem, right? For example, you want to make it longer. All right. So we can make it longer. For example, this one I will make it longer and I keep it. Okay. So this is what the one that I have mentioned here. So based on the Copilot draft, right? But also from this one, from here, have another one which is coaching with Copilot. So draft with Copilot is help you to draft an email, right? But coaching with Copilot will give you some suggestion on your better writings. So it will review back everything that you have been right just now. Like this one is could be more engaging on it instead of I've taken some time to review. I truly reviewed and excited to share my thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts. I eager to hear feedbacks and etc. And then can show appreciation more, right? And then be more specific on some of it, right? And then I click apply the suggestion, and then it will add a few words that based on the one I shared. Okay, and then replace. So when replace, right? So you can see everything is here, and then you can just reply to the email with more convincing of thing. But of course, right? So another thing that we can do with Copilot, which is another one is together with Copilot, right? Together with Copilot, when you click together with Copilot, it will give you some of the agenda in here, right? With attaching the previous conversations, right? So the agenda, for example, what is the agenda, when is it, right? And then you customize. So and also give you the subject of the meetings, right? What is the summary of the conversation so far? And then click insert and you can straight away send. So this is two things that you can do uh in Outlook, right? I think three, the one that we have just now. Okay. So that's what we can do in Outlook. So let me go back to this presentation slide. Right. So those are in from the Outlook. But how about in Teams, right? So in Teams, so I will focus more in Teams meeting, how we can run effective meetings and get up to speed, organize key discussion point and summarize actions, right? So how you can summarize what missed in the meetings, right? How you can create a table of pros and cons for the topics, what is the discussion that have been made, and what is some of suggested text, right? So before I go through the demo, right? So I would like to share a bit on this, right? So with Copilot, have an intelligent recap in Copilot. So in the intelligent recap is built-in, automated, standardized, and also with the video speakers and chapters markers, right? Were available after the meeting only. So all the intelligent recaps, right? And Of course, Copilot in Teams have in here as well that on demand based on the unique prompts, conversational interaction with the citation is also available real time during and after meetings, right? So these two are built-in meeting summaries and also can ask questions about the meetings. So I will do a live demo on this one, right? So in order to have this intelligent recap, make sure that your meeting is recorded. That's the most important things. So once you have the meetings recorded, then you can search anything, right? So let me stop. Right? Let me share my. All right. Okay. So what we have here is this is the meetings that currently we are in, right? Okay. But before that, I have one questions. This is Copilot query and license. Copilot for M3 is applicable for Copilot. This Copilot applicable for Outlook 365 only, or other Outlook also can use. Okay. So Copilot for M365 need license, right? Which is $30 per user per month. You can reach Cheryl. You can reach to Yika, our salesperson here, uh, to get the quotations on that. And Copilot is applicable for Outlook for exercise. Yes, it's only can be used once you have license for the application. If let's say um you are using the app, okay, the desktop applications. Yes, of course, you need to have this license. Okay, either apps for enterprise or app for business. App for enterprise or app for business, either one. Or if let's say you don't have a desktop application, you can use from your web browser. So that's also applicable, right? Okay, so let me continue on the uh this time, right? So I think we already go through like almost 1 hour on this, right? So how Copilot can, right? So I can recap this meeting so far because this meeting is recorded, so I can see it. Okay, so you can see what is what is the one that here. Okay, how you can introduce an agenda. So actually we do the introduction agenda, company of view, answer Copilot capabilities, AI and securities, practical scenarios, and Copilot demonstrations, Copilot in Teams. Copilot in Teams. So you can ask anything related to that conversations right now, right? So this is the one that have been sent or what that have been shared by me just now on the capabilities like intelligent recap, on-demand summaries, um, what else? Meeting preparations, real-time assistance. So you can see this is also have the transcript that's referring to which minutes that I talking about it, right? So it's not limited to recap the meeting so far or generate a minute meetings, right? So you can have a list of action items as well. So for the detailed discussion and demonstration provided during the meetings, right? So that's what we can do in Teams meetings straight away, right? So indirectly, basically, I already shared the capabilities of Copilot inside the Copilot chat in Teams. So let me go back to the slides presentations. All right. Right. And then okay, so with Copilot, let me just enlarge this. I swap. Okay, so with this, right? So have some of example of prompts that you can ask Copilots, right? For example, from this one, this one is similar things that you can have, and in Outlook and also in Teams. Like you want to summarize the chats, emails, and documents about customers. What is the next milestone? Are there any risks, or you want to start an overview of inside or file A, the content timeline from time B or the time C. So you can have this all of this mentioned here and um asking in Copilot in chat, right? So let me share to you. Mm-hmm. So on this one, right? So let me, where is it? Okay, let me share back my screen. Okay, so we have a Copilot assistant as well in here, where your AI assistant for work or get the calendar info. So if you see here, it's also similar from the one that Outlook that I shared in Outlook just now, right? So you can also ask the same thing inside the Copilot chat in Teams as well, right? So if let's say you have some of it, right? So you can see this is the one that you can always ask inside. So but if let's say you have a previous, if let's say you already have a previous uh meetings that you want to see on you want how you want to recap the meetings, right? So let me try to share the one that I have. Okay, so this is from the previous webinar that I've been done, right? So we can see here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so if you open in the Microsoft Stream, right? So you can ask the same thing as well. So from the recordings, is have a big recap, and Copilot you can recap your meeting list of action items. You can see the transcripts. You can see the chapters of it. So generate automatically the chapters, and also the notes as well. The AI generative notes that have from the recordings, right? So from this one, okay, so you can always have back whatever that you already mentioned during the meetings. So I think that would be it, right? Yeah, I think that's it. I have one more, but I think I just want to skip it, right? Because of we are already lack of time. So I think I give back to Sharo for the offering. Maybe Ashley can help to share the screen again.
Thank you, Ayuni, for the very insightful and explanation on Copilot.
I have one questions from Ismail that mentioned that I cannot find here. Um, let us address it separately on that, right?
Okay. So, webinar attendees and our valuable customers here that attend our webinar for today. As you can see, currently there's exciting times for Copilot, especially Microsoft, which to push in regards of data and AI, right? So, Noventic is one of the only one that are offering right now on regards of Copilot for Microsoft 365. As you can see there, there's a discount in terms of purchasing, 20% off, we include with one Copilot enabled session, or 25% off for licensing purchase only. What does this mean to our valuable customers here? That if you wish to purchase at least a minimum of 10 seats, you shall enjoy at least 20% off with one Copilot enabled session by Miss Ayuni, or another discount on regards of plus 25% direct on regards of license purchase. So as you can see also there's a billing in terms of new customers, there are annual commitment only. And also for existing customers, there are the annual and also core term commitment for the remaining months of their subscription. As you can see there, this offer is only valid until 31st December this year. So let's get this offer by November as soon as possible. Okay, next. Also, another of our offerings by Microsoft and also Noventic, as you can see there, in terms of new customers on board to Microsoft 365 E3, you can enjoy either monthly or annual billing, and also this promo is until 30th June 2025. Is 15% off the annual commitment. If you upgrade to Microsoft E3 for 3 years commitment, then also there's a promo in terms of 10% off for the 3 years commitment. And also another one is the Office 365 E1. It's still 50% off for annual commitment. This promo also until 30th June 2025. There's also another SKU being promoted in terms of the 30% off annual commitment. This one also until 30th June 2025. For this one is either annual commitment, either monthly or annual billing. Minimum purchase is, as you can see there, there's a term and condition on regards of minimum purchase. So we have to oblige on regards of the minimum purchase. By the way, if you have any inquiries, do contact your account managers or do share your email address in the chat or feedback form so that we can expedite your requirement and also expedite your request on regards of this licensing. And also you can enjoy the promo given by Noventic. Okay, next. This one is on regards of Noventic subscription. As you can see there, Noventic subscription is our Noventic own portal, and also you can see there's a link for in regards of our Noventic market and catalog, which you can see numerous offerings, numerous capabilities and services provided by Noventic. As you can see, our service feature is 24/7 access to the Noventic subscription management, which you can manage your own licensing, and also you can do any free trial licenses, and also see in terms of your consumption on regards of depends on the service, whether it's Azure or whether it's licensing. And also you can see in terms of your expense and analytics, and also drill down report so that you can better manage your budget in terms of your IT spending. And also automatic reminders and notification on regards of your subscription statuses to your email address so that you can properly manage your reminders, renewals, and also purchases. Okay. Okay, next. Okay. All right. So next it will be the Q&A session. So any inquiries? Maybe Ayuni can answer, or we can tackle it after.
Thank you, Cheryl. I can take over this slide already.
Okay,
thank you,
Ashley.
Ayuni, for the insightful session, as well as Cheryl for presenting our wonderful offerings. Firstly, we would like to apologize for the overrun time slightly. So sorry, but it's an unexpected occurrence. But I thank you and we appreciate you for staying all the way with us till the end. So as mentioned earlier, we've reached the Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can raise your virtual hand and I'll be sure to call upon you, or it'd be great if you can unmute yourself so that you can ask your questions to our experts, or you can also type your question in the chat box below. If there are no questions, I have a question for Ayuni. So if any of the customers are interested in a one-to-one demo, can they reach out to you guys directly?
Yes, definitely. Please reach out to us if let's say you're interested to demo session. I believe actually after this session also we'll have the after webinars to send all the information right related. Yeah, I think you can just reply to that emails mentioning that you are interested to that. Yeah.
If no one else, I see someone. If there are no questions, we'll assume it's all clear. So thank you for joining us. So moving on, we highly value your feedback and it will help us to improve and provide you with a better service and experience in the future. So we appreciate it if you can take a moment to scan the QR code that's displayed on the screen. It will direct you to our feedback form. And thank you once again to everyone who has attended the webinar. Should you have any inquiries or if there's anything else we can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out. So we hope that you had an enlightening session as much as we all enjoy organizing it for you. So have a great day ahead, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.